Hey you guys, welcome back to Angel Angela, and I just really wanted to stop by and just give you guys a message about the narcissist discard. If you're going through a discard, if you've been discarded, not to go back. Obviously everyone is going to do what they want to do. People can get as much as information as they can from these videos, and they can say to themselves, I know I'm dealing with a narcissist, and I know that it's a fight or it's a battle, and continue to go back. And this is the thing about going back, especially when you're aware of what's going on. Excuse my background, but when you're aware of what's going on, not only is the narcissist giving you bad karma when they decide to hoover you, love bomb you, and, discard you again, but because this information, there's this demonic force that's going into the narcissist so that every single time they discard you and you go back and you become more aware as you go, the more conscious you become as you're with this person discarding you, the worse the discard gets. And as the discard gets worse, you're trying to wrap your head around what happened. You're trying to get closure, but the narcissist will not give you closure. The narcissist doesn't give anyone closure. This is how they're able to manipulate people, how they're able to blame people for how the relationship ended, and they're able to ease their way in. Now, if you're an intelligent person and you know what's going on and you know this person's a master manipulator, you're not going to fall for that. But when you're seeking love, or you have this image in your head of what this relationship is supposed to be like, or you're just sitting around thinking, I want this. Look, when you want something in a relationship, you need to go get it. And if you're not getting it, you're never going to get it. You know how they say, when someone shows you who they are, believe them? You're never going to get it. So if you want marriage, you're never going to get it with this person, because they're literally going to make it their life mission that you do not get the things that you want. That is not someone that cares about you. That is not someone who empathizes with you. That is not someone who respects you. And that's not someone who is loyal to you. So when the narcissist discards you, it's a mind-blowing situation, because, they'll discard you in the nastiest ways. When I was going through these stages of discard, and how they love bomb you and hoover you, and I was a young girl. I'm, just started college. I'm young. This guy is older than me. I'm not thinking that the age gap was a big deal, because we were into the same things. We were into the same everything, right? At least that's what I thought. But for someone to know what they're doing, they've done this to other people, and they're doing it to you. When you've never experienced something like that, it becomes addictive, because when they come back and they hoover you, it's like you get this joy. It makes you feel almost like you're good enough, like, oh, this person does love me, or my friends don't know what they're talking about because they're not in a relationship. No one's chasing after them. So when someone is giving you that attention where they're chasing you, it makes you feel like maybe this person does care about you. Why would they hurt you in the nastiest way? In my case, I remember one of our first fights, the narcissist was calling me names. It was calling me like all kinds of bees and whores, and I couldn't believe it. I was like in shock that someone was calling me these names. And not only that, I was kind of like in shock because I knew that I wasn't any of those things that they were calling me. And I didn't have anyone to really talk about what I was going through. And I guess a part of me was embarrassed. So when they did that to me, I was in school, I was, moping around, crying. And, eventually as the days went by, I got over it. And, 2 weeks later, here comes this narcissist going to my school, leaving notes in my car, and, giving me chocolate covered strawberries and flowers. I'm thinking to myself, they're really sorry. This person is really sorry. And, then they have the disappearing acts where they just disappear. You don't know where they're at. And then they tell you a story, or they tell you someone's in the hospital, or someone's sick, or someone died. So then you can't really question certain things, because you're like, well, their mom's in the hospital. And it might even be true. But the narcissist doesn't really care. The narcissist didn't go visit their mother. They're just telling you these things, right? So each discard with a narcissist gets worse, you guys. Once someone shows you that they're not loyal to you, believe them. When you're going back to them, they think that you're a fool. And you might sometimes tell yourself, well, I'll be a fool for the narcissist. And, that's part of selling your soul. When you're selling your soul for cheap, you're selling your soul for a love that's not love. Just because you want to say, I love him, I love her. Love has nothing to do with someone taking away your soul. And I wanted to tell you guys that, because the more information you learn, the energies of this world, God, whatever you want to call it, it knows that you know better. And that's why it doesn't get better. So I'm leaving you guys with this message. I hope that it's helpful. I hope that, you remain out of that discard. Never go back. Do not fall for the Hoover. Do not fall for the emails. Do not fall for the you're my soulmate. Do not fall for the I've never felt like this about anyone else. Don't fall for the I had a messed up childhood. This is why I act like this. No one treats the people they love like that. And if they do something, they're not going to go days, weeks, months without talking to you. So I'm sending you guys lots of love. Talk to you guys later. Bye.